Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do a take 10 on Kevin Bacon. Haven't done a take 10 in a while, so we're going to start the take 10s back up with 10 movies starring Kevin Bacon. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in, take a look at this take 10 on Kevin Bacon. First up, we have Death Sentence. This was a really good movie with Kevin Bacon. It's basically a revenge movie. Him and his son, in the opening of the movie, they went to a convenience store to pick up some stuff. His son went in. It was a robbery underway. His son saw what was going on. They shot and killed his son point blank with a shotgun. Very brutal murder, pointless murder. So Kevin Bacon went down and stalked the gang down, took out each member one by one. Typical revenge movie, but it was really good. Death Sentence came out in 2007. It has a 106-minute runtime, and it's got a 6.8 IMDb. This is a fantastic movie. If you never heard of Death Sentence, and I don't blame you if you didn't, it wasn't really a big mainstream title when it came out, but it's a really good movie. I suggest you pick up Death Sentence if you like those type of revenge movies, those payback movies. Next up we have, now this one, Kevin Bacon isn't really a star in the movie. It's Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, and Demi Moore who are the standouts, but he has a really decent role in here. A Few Good Men, okay? He played opposite of Tom Cruise on The Attorneys. They was JAG attorneys, and Bacon was opposite. He, like I said, he didn't have a big role, but it was big enough. And this movie was fantastic. A Few Good Men, 1992, came out in 1992. It has a 138-minute runtime, and has a really good high 7.7 IMDb. I would have probably given this an 8. It was good. In Death Sentence, that 6.8, I probably would have rounded that up to a 7, but critics are critics, you know. Next up is one, this is where I first got into Kevin Bacon, but I'm going to show you the movie that really got me into Bacon, okay? This one is where I started really noticing Bacon, and this is probably his breakout performance, more than likely. Tremors. Now, this is a steelbook, but Tremors came out in 1990. It has a 96-minute runtime, and it's got a nice 7.1 IMDb. Really good movie. It's a little dated now, but it's a good movie. You would really enjoy this. This is something that the whole family could watch. It's got a little bit of violence, but it's funny almost. It's really good. You'll like Tremors. It's like a million different Tremor movies. It was a Tremors TV show that came out a while ago. I think that was on Sci-Fi. Tremors became a big thing. Now, as far as the movies go, I only enjoyed the first 2. After that, it just kind of lost me a little bit. The third one, but I liked 1 and 2. Next up, now this is the movie that really made me a true Kevin Bacon fan. And to me, this is probably his best performance to date. Again, this is just my take on Kevin Bacon. I think this is his best work yet. Hollow Man. Hollow Man came out in 2000. It has a 112-minute runtime, and it has a paltry 5.8 IMDb. Again, I don't agree with that. This movie should be, in my opinion, should be at least a 7.5. I mean, first of all, the graphics, the CGI they used in this was ahead of its time. The everything about this movie was fantastic. Kevin Bacon was an absolute just nasty villain. Like I said, the CGI, the special effects that they used in this was revolutionary at the time. It was way ahead of its time. The way you would see the body just coming back from, coming off of the invisibility, it was fantastic. This was a really good movie. 5.8, no. This should be sitting somewhere at about a 7 at least, at the very least. I would even go so high as to say this should be about a good 7.2. But Hollow Man. There's a Hollow Man 2 with Christian Slater, which is no good. Next up, we got Flatliners. Now, Flatliners is a fantastic movie. It's an older movie. It came out, same as Tremors, came out in 1990, so Kevin Bacon was doing his thing around that time. So, Flatliners came out in 1990. It has a 114-minute runtime, and it has a 6.6 IMDb. Based off of this movie when it came out, the 6.6, I can go with that for this. It was good, but again, it's you know, it's Flatliners. It's a decent enough movie. Next up is one, The Darkness. Now, I bought this movie used, of course, and I had high hopes for it, but it just didn't really work out. It was a horror movie. It's a horror movie, and it wasn't a really good horror movie. It came out in 2016. It got a 92-minute runtime, and it's got a low 4.4. Yeah, I 4.4, 4.5. It's not a good movie. I bought it blind. I had high hopes for it, but eh. Next one, Stir of Echoes. Stir of Echoes came out in 1999. It has a 99-minute runtime, and it has a 7.0 IMDb. Now, as far as horror movies go, this is a much better horror movie than The Darkness. This is a well-done horror movie. I really enjoyed Stir of Echoes. I would even recommend you go check out Stir of Echoes. Really good movie. Next up is Mystic River. Mystic River is a fantastic movie, star-studded cast. If you don't have this in your collection, you need to go ahead and get this. I can't say enough good things about Mystic River. Mystic River came out in 2003, 137-minute runtime, and a well-deserved 7.9 IMDb. This is a classic. If you don't have Mystic River, you need to go ahead and check this one out. Sean Penn was the man in this movie. Now, again, you got a star-studded cast, but this was a Sean Penn vehicle for sure. Next up, Murder in the First. Okay, this is a very young Kevin Bacon and Christian Slater. Christian Slater actually went on to do Hollow Man 2. So I'm quite sure there's a connection here between these two guys. But Murder in the First came out in 1995, 122-minute runtime. It has a 7.3 IMDb. Murder in the First is a really good movie. I can't say enough good things about this one. This is a definitely, you want to go check this one out. Gary Oldman is in here too. Last but not least, number 10, we got X-Men First Class, 2011, 131-minute runtime, a 7.7 IMDb. This is a fantastic X-Men movie. There's a lot of X-Men movies. All of them aren't good, but this is definitely one of the good ones. My favorite X-Men movies out of all the X-Men movies, including the 3 original ones, and I call this the First Class series, is this one and Days of Future Past. So these two are from the First Class series. That's what I just call that series, the second series, if you would. But this one and Days of Future Past is the best out of all the X-Men movies, in my opinion. So that's our Take 10 on Kevin Bacon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I have a digital code with a Kevin Bacon movie. This one is for The Darkness. I know I just said the movie was trash, but hey, here's a digital code. You get it for free if this code is still valid. I'm not sure, but it don't have an expiration date on it, so I'm going to go ahead and put that code up for you. Get it in there real close so you can see. Hopefully, you guys can make it out. Okay, so that's that. That's our Take 10 on Kevin Bacon. Next up, we're going to do, I already got the next one planned out. We're going to do a Take 10 on Steven Seagal. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.